Next fight up is the middleweight fight between Soriano and Maximov. Soriano coming in at a negative 190 favorite against Maximov at a plus 160. How did you break down this fight, Fern?
This is going to be my pick for fight of the night. I think performance bonuses on this one. Soriano and Maximov both are coming off with a lot of hype. Soriano is 8-1. His last fight was a unanimous decision loss, where I thought it was closer than it was, but he, by the end was getting picked apart. He's got great KO, TKO finishes. Pretty brutal. Like, if you watch him win, just throws everything behind every punch. He's, Dana White Contender Series, has that experience. But watch when he throws his punches, because by round 2 or 3, he's exhausted, and every punch is just 100%. And that's it. It's with both hands, though, so it's fun to watch. And then going toe-to-toe, like, you just see him getting the better in the close quarters. In one of his recent victories against Dusko Todorovic, he was able to turn those looping punches, power punches, to just straight down the middle, and was able to finish them that way. So he has power, whether hooking or just straightforward. In his last fight against Brendan Allen, he wasn't afraid to get hit at all and was countering back. The thing was, he was getting tagged twice as often as he was landing, and by round 2, he was exhausted because he throws everything in every punch. Against Brendan Allen, he was still landing some heavy punches, at the end of round 3. So he's just a person that just has that, I say that one punch power, because he's just able to finish people and light them up. Maximov is undefeated. He's got balanced wins like KO, decision, submission. His last 2 were by decision, though. He last fought September 25th. Contender Series, LFA, King of the Cage experience, and he's a Diaz Army fighter. So interestingly enough, you would think that he's just going to be a high volume, high punching kind of person. He's pretty well rounded. He's got that crazy like Nate Diaz guard that he keeps up high. He doesn't do it as like pronounced as Diaz does, but it's still pretty high. And with that, he's able to keep busy and keeps a high guard, and then comes around with a looping punch. And he showed that his last couple fights. Stays busy. A couple of times his last fight, he was going for a single leg takedown and just kept going at it, repeated, going for the ankle pick, going knee, and then going for double. Was just able to keep it switching. And then when he was taken down, he was able to push out of it and take the back pretty quickly. And on his takedowns, he was able to, turn the hip, turn the corner, pretty easily, and just kind of have his way. And so I definitely am excited about this one. Maximov, even though he's got great wrestling, did land some great overhand rights in his last fights. Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to watch him or what you thought of the fights that you saw of them, but this is going to be crazy because Soriano just bombs all day, and Maximov just, has good technique.
Yeah, and I did see that fight between Soriano and Brendan Allen last year. The thing I'm kind of curious about is that fight that Soriano had against Allen, that was his first loss. And I wonder how much of a curse it is to get 2 KO victories in the first round. Because like you said, going into that fight with Allen, if you're coming off of 2 first-round KOs, I've got to imagine you're in that mindset, hey, I can just, throw everything into the punch,
Yeah.
Take him out in the first round, and, it'll be a short night's work. And I wonder how much of that went into what happened with that fight against Brendan Allen. I'm also curious, how much he's learned, some guys, their first loss, they take it really bad, it breaks them. Other guys, they learn from that loss. I would hope that the thing that he learns is, how to come in with a little bit better strategy, to be able to have enough gas to go, 3 rounds when you're going against, higher level guys. So I don't really have a favorite pick. I feel like there's too many variables that could go either way. I feel like that's the most interesting part of the fight for me is to see how does Soriano come off of his first loss of his career.
Definitely, and I think they are both going to go forward. Like you said, Soriano has just got to last past the first round. He's got to have a better strategy. Hopefully, his conditioning's improved, or he's not throwing as many bombs. Something includes a jab in there once or twice, because 100% power all the time. Like when it works, it's great. Like he finished one guy, like halfway through round one, and one with seconds left in round one. Great, but then it went into rounds 2 and 3 against Allen, and big difference in his output.
Yeah, this should be a fun fight.